So it's been a while since I talked about albums turning 20. 20 years ago was 2004. So there's lots of albums to talk about. One of them being Brandy's Afrodisiac. That just turned 20 this June 29th. Came out June 29th, 2004. Yes, just confirming that. Anyways, sorry if I look tired, guys. I've been up since 11 last night. I haven't slept well. So after Brandy released Full Moon, she parted ways with Rodney for giving their sound away to other people. You can hear similarities or the exact, like it sounds like a mirrored track to her song, I Thought, on Full Moon. Third Stories, Get With Me, Deborah Cox, Like I Did. I think there's probably more, but yeah, so I'd be mad too if like you created a sound with someone and they gave it to other people. So she was working with her husband, and this is around 2002, I believe. She was working with her then husband on an album. When they separated, a lot of that material went to like Kelly Rowland, J-Lo, Ride or Die, Toni Braxton's More Than a Woman. And then she worked with Timbaland on Kylie Dean's Simple Girl album. She did a lot of like vocal production and such. And she enjoyed the experience of working with Tim, that she put him on for Afrodisiac. I remember Turn It Up came out. It was like a buzz single in 2003. The album was then titled Be Rocka. There was different vocals on Turn It Up. And then they, I guess, re-recorded it and put it on the, changed it up for the album version when it got pushed back to 2004. Same thing with Finally, and I think it was Afrodisiac. Come As You Are may have been in there too, but there was like clips, snippets of these tracks, and they had different vocals. If anybody has these original versions of these songs, especially the clips or anything like that, please post them. I've been dying to hear them for fucking like a long time. It was then said it was coming out June 29, 2004. Talk About Our Love was the lead single produced by Kanye West due to his hotness at the time. There was an original single, lead single. Was it Black Pepper? I think it was Black Pepper. The song that just magically disappeared that no one could fucking find. That one. There was a scheduled shoot for a music video. Now, my question is, how do you lose a song when it was intended to be the lead single? And you had a video plan and everything. That it must have been done. It must have been like, what the fuck? How do you lose a song like that? Anyway, she's saying an example of it in like an interview years later. Because we're all wondering what the fuck happened to the song. Like, she discussed it in interviews and magazines and such, and it was nowhere to be found on the album. And prior to its release, the album's release, there was some leaks. There was Not Enough, there were Sirens, and I was expecting those to be on the album, but it gave me an idea of what the album was gonna sound like. And I was so fucking hyped, especially when Sirens leaked, bro. Like, holy shit. Then there was Like It Was Yesterday as well. Anyways, the album came out. Fucking fantastic album from beginning to end. It was such a mature sound, and I think that's probably why it didn't do well at the time. I find when Tim makes R&B, it's really mature and it's really grown. It's fucking amazing. But yet the struggle is trying to find a single that fits mainstream and can be a hit. Because us, those who love Tim's beats, bro, like those are heavy. That's some of Tim's best work. Same with Kylie Dean's Simple Girl. There's no like lead single, but yet the whole project from beginning to end as a whole, it's like, fuck. Wow. Anyway, so I always found that was like an issue with Tim when it came to his R&B, was that there was just no like standout hit. Well, I guess maybe it was kind of hard for them to, I don't know. It just never really landed, I find. Anyways, there were some great fucking songs on there. Necessary. Kanye West produced some more stuff on there. There was like Where You Wanna Be, I think it was called. My favorite joints were probably the same ones that everybody else fucking appreciates. Focus, Necessary, like the whole fucking thing, to be honest. I Tried, especially being the main one. That one got a lot of fucking like attention. I remember her talking about like she was very into Coldplay and wanted some like sort of influence of them in the project, and you can feel it. Like, I think that's where this became such a mature sound, was because of the setting of it. Full Moon is her more appreciated album. This one kind of, it gets mentioned, but it's like that rare, like when someone mentions that this is an inspiration to their like their album they're working on at the time. It's like, oh, okay, it's gonna be like edgy, dark, grown. Like that's what I get from that. Anyways, there was that song Adios with Sean Paul. There was a snippet that came out. People assume that it wasn't finished or some shit. I have no idea, but it seems like there was more stuff on that album that could have been on that album, that should have been on that album. Not Enough, Sirens and shit, that should have made the album. So it gets a little confusing for me when Tim is producing a project and yet the entire thing's not like Tim. because there were some songs like Sadiddy, he probably, you know, you could have kept that one and put something else on, in my opinion. But yeah, anyways, I've been dying to talk about this album because it's one of my fucking favorite albums. Like, she did so good on this. This is like, I anticipated this album since 2003 when I got word that they were working on it together. Brandy and Tim getting together, like, you could just imagine like the vocals on the heavy beats and shit, and that's exactly what we got with Afrodisiac. I remember when Afrodisiac came out as the video, it wasn't received so well. It was almost clowned a bit because of, like, I guess the quality of the video. It wasn't like high budget or anything like that. But then Who Is She to You was the urban cut. But I think Afrodisiac was released overseas, and Who Is She to You was like the urban, like, BET. They even had the making of the video and shit like that. But there was also the remix with Usher. Man, what a time. Taking me back. That was a really good time, especially like Tim's Beat Club message board. That's where you find all the goodies. All the goodies, man. If only I could go back. I adored that fucking message board. Shout out to anybody that was from that message board that happens to come across this video. Those were some dope times, honestly. It was like a community, a family. Anyways, guys, yeah, tell me your favorites of the album. For this has always been like a sister to Full Moon to me. Those two are her like standout albums. Every album of hers is impressive, but these two were just like, I don't know, there was just something about it. Full Moon caught my attention of Brandy. Afrodisiac is the one that like I anticipated. Big fucking major time. Yeah. Anyways, guys, you know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.